No, I do.
How many people have you loved?
I'll never be alone.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Real Rap Review. This is JP Bonilla and today I'll be reviewing The Crow, the new 2024 one. And as you can see, I'm a mess. My shirt's all wrinkly, my glasses are gone, my hair is just messy. Why that is? Because I'm a mess, guys. I am contemplating life because of the fact that I've seen in such a short time span such really horrendous movies. You know, Borderlands, I saw The Watchers, I saw The Strangers Chapter 1, I've seen Pullman, and now I've seen this. And let me tell you guys, I made the mistake of watching the 1994 film before this one. I never saw it before. I've only seen clips, and I finally saw it on Friday, and woo! That was an amazing movie. I get all the hype of that. Brandon Lee was great. All the characters have such amazing chemistry with one another, and it is just a great story. I love the setting of it being in such a awful Detroit city that's having explosions and buildings and all this messed up stuff happening in it. And overall, it's just a great film. I loved it a lot, and I like how they made us really care about Eric and Shelley's relationship and see why it's so important to him throughout all the film with flashbacks. And they did the same thing in the other Crow movie I saw, which was Crow Salvation. I didn't see the other two sequels. Now, I know that they are all really bad, and I went into that film knowing that it's horrible. And I still really enjoyed it because it is so corny and cheesy. It's horrible, but I feel like they knew it was going to be horrible. So I respect that they at least just made it as cheesy as possible because they're like, it's a direct DVD film. Let's just do whatever with it, you know? Like, that's probably what they were like. Now, with this film, how does it fare compared to those two that I saw? Well, not so good, amigos. This was pretty rough. It was just really bad. I think that there was potential with a lot of the stuff, but it was just not working for me whatsoever. I like that they did something a little bit differently here. In fact, they actually have the relationship stuff first instead of going straight into the Crow stuff where he dies and then turns into the Crow, because that's what the others did. But this one, they explored everything. They gave a lot of time to the relationship of Eric and Shelley, and we get to see, you know, how their love begins to grow and grow for each other. However, it didn't work for me because it took up half the freaking film. This film is called The Crow, not Eric and Shelley. It's The Crow. People want to see The Crow, and it just took so freaking long. It's like, did these people see like Deadpool? Because Deadpool did a great job of that, in my opinion, where we get to see Wade and Vanessa's relationship, and we see how they're growing, you know, like a lot of love for each other. And we get to see some important things that have happened in their relationship, and they did that in the span of 10 minutes. This one took at least 40 freaking minutes to get to the damn point. We didn't even get to Crow powers until halfway through. It's insane. Instead, we get to see two people, you know, taking drugs together and just not really doing much of anything, and it was just so boring. Like, I appreciate that they had a plan with this of trying to do the relationship stuff first and everything, but that could have been done in 10 and 15 minutes. You could have shown some, you know, slight important stuff that happened in whatever span they were dating. It actually was 2 months that they were dating. That's the other reason why I wasn't convinced, because dude, you knew this person for 2 months. Come on. I don't know. It didn't feel like how Eric and Shelley's felt in the comics or even in the first film. Now, the next thing too is he doesn't become the Crow until the last half an hour of the movie. The last half an hour. This is The Crow, guys. The Crow. Not Eric and Shelley. The Crow. Yeah, he doesn't really become the Crow until the last half an hour. Unbelievable. He does get his Crow powers halfway through, like I said, but he doesn't really have any of the things with the Crow. Yeah, he's healing, but he's still trying to figure that out, and he's doing some stuff trying to search who's behind all this stuff, and it just doesn't work because it doesn't feel Crowish. It doesn't go all in on that persona and character. It's bad. And on top of that, you have a mediocre villain played by Danny Huston, who is great, but he can't carry this film because it is just awful writing. And there was some potential for his character there, because I love how they delved into the more supernatural side of the Crow, especially with the villain, but it just was executed badly, like most of the other things in this film, and it just didn't work for me. He was an awful villain, and I just did not care for him. I didn't really care for any of the characters in this film. It didn't make you feel anything, especially when Shelley gets murdered. It doesn't make you feel anything, and that's what sucks. There was a lot of potential here, but it was all squandered. You have a good cast of Danny Huston and Bill Skarsgård, but then you also have FKA Twigs, who I think is a very talented musician. She's not an actress, and she just doesn't do well in this film at all, but I don't blame her. This is like one of her first big roles. She has a lot of time in here, so it's just not the best, you know. It's really not the best. And then on top of that, you just have, like I said, the Crow not showing up till the last half an hour. And I hate to say it, but that last half an hour, at least the opera scene, which you guys should watch whenever it comes out on a YouTube clip or whatever, that's the best part of the movie, where we actually get the Crow. And it's just insane how long it took. And they should have just had him be the Crow from the start, instead of doing some stupid origin story that we didn't really need. Just get to the point. That's what made the other Crows great. And we just wanted to see more action, more Eric kicking all these people's asses, just like the original. But yeah, I don't know. I like that it tried to be different from the original Crow. However, it just executes everything badly. I don't mind that concept. I don't mind exploring Eric and Shelley's relationship more first, then going into the Crow stuff. But I think it needed to be much shorter. I think that overall, just it didn't work. It didn't work. And I felt nothing in regards to these characters. They all were shitty. Like, I hate to swear, but they all sucked. Like, they all were awful people, except for Eric, kind of. But everyone in this film, even Shelley, was an awful person. So it's like, they don't have anything here that just makes it feel like the Crow, especially the location too. It's just such a beautiful city, and it's like, no, part of the vibe was that it was in an awful city. Why put it in such a beautiful city? I don't know. It sucks. It really sucks. And I don't think it's the worst film of the year, but I think it is one of the worst. It is definitely in my top 5, and Lionsgate just, again, hitting out of the park with these awful films, because that's 3 on my top 5. So yeah, because of Danny Huston, because of Bill Skarsgård, and because of the awesome opera scene, which deserved to be in a way better movie, I'm going to give this a 1.5 star rating out of 5. Yeah, most people give it half a star or 1 star, but you know what? I'm going to be a little bit generous there, because they did a great job with that opera scene, and Bill and Danny tried their hardest, and Twigs did too. I gotta give her some credit for there, but she just didn't work for me. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for me here. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'll see you guys next time for the next Real Rap Review. I love you guys.